Let's do it. So bring yourself into the center of your mat. And I'll allow you this time to cross your legs in the habitual manner if you wish. And then just take a little moment to let everything settle down towards the floor. Bring your hands into a comfortable position, either in your lap or on your knees, wherever you feel like is best for them. And then let's start to breathe. So just taking a nice long breath in through your nose, and then steadily letting it out through your nose or your mouth. I'm just going to do a little bit of neck work here, as we don't often move our necks in the ways that we could. So I just want you to gently dip your chin towards the floor to lengthen out the back of your neck, and then lift your chin to stretch out the front. And just nice and slowly keep these movements going. And see if you can time your breath so that you're inhaling as you lift your chin and exhaling as you lower it. Good, then bring your chin back to center. I want you to make a fist and place it underneath your chin. Good, now let's put some pressure into your fist. Make that equal pressure up and down so that your head stays exactly where it should, and you're tensing the muscles at the front part of your neck. Take a deep breath in, and then let it go. Good. Take the same hand and place it on the top of your head. Now try and lift your chin and press back with your hand, so pressing it down. And again, hold your head in that position. And you should feel the back of your neck muscles tensing. Again, take a deep breath in and release. Good. Just let go of your hand, and then just start to move your neck from side to side. So taking one ear to the shoulder, and then the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Good, then bring your head back to center. Turn your head so it's slightly tilted off to the left-hand side, and bring your left hand by your cheek. Now again, press your head into your hand and your hand into your head until you can feel the muscles here in your neck tensing. Take a deep breath in and release. Good, and then swap over onto the other side. So a small tilt of your head, hand pressing in. Good, feel those muscles tense up on the other side of your neck. Take a deep breath in and release. Good, and then bring everything back to center. Good. Turn your head from side to side, this time on the horizontal plane, where you're turning to look over each shoulder. And turn. Good, and bring your head back to center. Again, bring your palm to your cheek, and then try and turn your face into your palm. You'll end up squishing your face like this. And again, just tense up those muscles on the neck. Take a deep breath in and release. Good, then swap over Trying to turn your head. Holding it in place. And breathe. Good, let's come back to center. Final one is to move your head forwards and backwards, like a chicken. Slow movement, so your shoulders stay in place. It's just your head moving forwards and backwards. Good, and then when you're ready, bringing your hand to your chin, trying to press your chin into your hand, resisting it. And then swapping your hand to the back of your head and trying to press your head back into it. And then release. Good, let's take a deep breath in. And a strong breath out. Good, then shake out your wrists and your fingers and then slowly make your way onto all fours onto the mat. Good, spread your fingers nice and wide and make sure you've got a nice firm grip of the mat. Give your tailbone a wiggle, give your shoulders a wiggle. Good, maybe do a little bit of cat-cow here. Whatever you need to do to feel like you're loosening up your body. Good, let's bring the hands a little bit further forwards towards the top of the mat. All the fingers are pressing down into the mat, toes are tucked. Good, now let's lift ourselves up and back into downward facing dog. Good, let's lift the left leg up and straight behind you. Come high onto your right toes, bend your left knee, and then round it around the outside to tap your elbow, left elbow, then cross it over to tap the right elbow, and then bring it all the way back up. Good, 3 more like that. So drawing it forwards, tapping elbow, elbow, and then come all the way back up. Good, forwards, elbow, elbow, take it all the way back up. Good, hold it there, breathe. Press through your heel, keep your arms nice and strong. Good, then ripple forwards into a 3-leg plank, hold it there. Good, now lower yourself slowly towards the floor and roll yourself back and up into a cobra. Deep breath in, let it go. Good, tuck your toes, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Just cycle into the backs of your legs. Good. When you're ready, press your left foot into the floor and let your right leg float towards the ceiling. Come high on your left toes. And then let's do the same thing. 3 of those sweep rounds. Tap the right elbow, left elbow, all the way back up. Good. Right elbow, left elbow, all the way back up. Good. Right elbow, left elbow, all the way back up. Let's ripple ourselves forwards into that 3-leg plank. Slowly make your way down towards the floor. Pull forwards and up into cobra. Before tucking your toes and pressing yourself back into downward facing dog. Long breath in. Steady breath out. Good. We're going to come down onto our forearms here. So we're taking a power dog and walking our feet in just a little bit up the mat. Good. Now bounce on your feet, bending your knees, and just do a little bunny hop. Just a little one. Before stepping your feet back, coming back up onto your hands. Good. Now look between your hands. Find that buoyancy into your legs again. and then fly to the top of the mat. Good, now keep your heels lifted here. And then slowly unravel. So lift your legs first, still high on the toes. Roll the body up. Reach your hands towards the ceiling. Good, still with the heels lifted. And then see if you can make your way all the way back down towards the floor. Good. Now drop your heels down to the floor and then fly to the back of the mat. Good, lift your hips up nice and high, downward facing dog. Good, press your right leg into the foot, and lift your left leg up. Good, in slow motion, curl this leg underneath you. Stay in downward facing dog. Good. Now start to walk your hands back towards you. And as you do this, you'll end up in that flamingo pose that sometimes we do at the top of the mat. Good, bring your hands into a prayer, down by your right foot, and then slowly unravel. Good. So you come up to standing on one leg. Good. Now let's start to curl this left knee back up towards your chest. Good. Now start to straighten it and see how far up the mat you can step forwards. So we find ourselves in a high lunge, left leg forwards. Good. Bring those hands down to a prayer in front of your chest and then turn to the left. Good. If you can, drop your right elbow down onto your left knee and open your arms up, strengthening your back leg. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. Good. Nice and slowly. Take yourself back into your high lunge. Good, and then fold yourself down towards the floor. Good, we're going to bring the back knee of the right leg, to tap the back of your left calf. And then run that knee down towards the floor. So sitting yourself back on your right ankle. Good, hold it here. Breathe. Good, when you're ready, shift yourself up onto your hands. Re-lift that knee up the back of the calf. Step that right leg back. Plant your hands into the mat. Step your left leg back. Look forwards. Chaturanga. All the way up into Cobra. Breathe. Good. Tuck your toes. Let's push ourselves back into downward facing dog. Good. Again, cycle into the backs of your legs here. Good. When you're ready, drop your arms down towards the floor into your power dog. Good. Walk your feet forwards a little bit. Now, instead of doing the bunny hop, instead this time, I want you to lift your left leg up and then do a little bunny hop with the left leg lifted. Good. Drop that leg down and do the same thing on the right. Little bunny hop. Good. Bring both legs back down and to the back of the mat. Good. Now push your body forward so you come into a low plank. Breathe. Good. Lift the hips back. Power dog. Step your feet forwards a little bit so you can help bring yourself back up onto your hands. And take a long breath in and a steady breath out. Good. When you're ready, press your left foot into the floor and your right leg lifts. Good. Slowly curl that right leg underneath you. Stay in your downward facing dog. Good. Start to walk your hands back towards you. So you come towards the back of the mat into your flamingo. Good. Slowly start to draw your body up. Nice and slowly. Good. Reach those hands up towards the ceiling and then start to reach the right knee up. Good. Hold yourself nice and steady. Good. Now let's do that big step forwards. Into your high lunge. Good. Bring your hands down into a prayer and then turn to the right. Left elbow touches the top of the right knee and then flay your arms open. Good. Hold it here. Strengthen your back leg. Breathe. Good. When you're ready, come back to center. Good. Fold your hands down towards the floor and lift your back knee to touch the back of your right calf. Good. Lower that knee down towards the floor. Bring your hands back. Lower yourself down onto your heel. Pause. Breathe. Good. Then walk your hands forwards again, reaching into your right foot. Lift that back knee up. Step your foot back into the back of the mat. Take your right foot back into a plank. Hold yourself nice and steady. Look forwards. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower yourself down through chaturanga. This time, just before you hit the floor, pull forwards, roll over the tops of your feet and come into upward facing dog. Good. Open your chest as much as you can here. Breathe. Good. Flip over onto your toes. Take yourself back. Downward facing dog. Long breath in. Steady breath out. Good. Long breath in. Steady breath out. Long breath in. Steady breath out. Good. Look between your hands. Bend your knees nice and deeply. Hop, step, or fly to the top of the mat. Keep your heels lifted if you can. And then slowly begin to extend your legs. And then roll your body up. Reaching your hands up. Stretching yourself long. Keep those heels lifted. Good, and then make your way back. All the way down towards the floor. Bring your hands flat down into the mat. Fly to the back of the mat. And then take your hips nice and high. And into downward facing dog. Good, long breath in. Steady breath out. When you're ready, right leg lifts towards the ceiling. Bend the knee and open the hips to the side. Pop yourself high onto your right fingertips to see if you can twist your body around just a little bit further. Good. Now swing this leg round and step it up in between your hands. High on the fingertips, so we come into runner's lunge. Good. Look forwards. Let your hips dip down as far as they can towards the floor. Look forwards. Good, then lift your hips back up and lift all the body into high lunge. Good, pivot the back foot and come out into warrior two. Good, take a long breath in and out. And then take a look at your feet. Once you're happy with your feet, bend as deeply as you can into that front knee. Good. Then if you want to, lift the heel of the front foot. See how long you can keep this heel lifted throughout the duration of this sequence. Good, we're gonna reach forwards and then reverse our warrior. Good, bend a little deeper into that front knee. Good, come back to center. Good, again, reach forwards. Lift that arm up. Good. Back to center. One more, reach forwards and up. Keep that heel lifted if you can. Good. Back to center. Good, now bring the body forwards and bring the elbow to the top of the right knee. Now drop your heel down towards the floor. Good, reach your left arm over and find that diagonal. Good. Now from here, we're gonna drop our right hand towards the floor. Good, then we're gonna take a bind. So take your arm underneath your legs, wrap the other one around. If you can't take a bind, then just take it back to that stage before. Wherever you are, see if you can shift your left shoulder back and look towards the ceiling. Good, breathe. Good, then uninterlace your hands and bring yourself all the way back to your warrior two. Good, turn those front toes to point in the same direction as the back toes. Maybe bring your feet in just a little bit. And then find some buoyancy into your knees. Good, let's bring our hands into a prayer down by our chest. Good. Now starting on this leg, the right leg, we're gonna bend deeply into that knee, straighten the other leg, and try and connect our elbow to that knee. Good. Once we're here, we're gonna drop our left hand down towards the floor. See if we can turn our body more towards the right-hand side. And then lift the other arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Bring yourself back to a prayer and come back up. Good, same thing on the other side. So deep bend, tap the elbow, hand comes down, turn the body that direction, and then twist by lifting your other arm up. Good, breathe. And then bring yourself back through the position that you were in. Good. Inhale, let's lift our arms up towards the ceiling and then bend ourselves down into a sumo squat. So get as low as you can. Keep your arms lifted. Breathe. One more breath. Good, then re-extend. Turn those right toes back to the front and pivot your hands down to the floor. Unplug your back heel and then take that front leg back up into a three-leg dog. Good, pull yourself long into a three-leg plank. Lower yourself down through a three-leg chaturanga and then back into cobra. Good, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. When you're ready, left leg lifts. Good, bend the knee, open up the legs. Come high onto your left fingertips to see if you can just reach around a little bit more before swinging that leg round and stepping it to the top of the mat. Good. Long breath in as you start to dip your hips down towards the floor. Look forwards. Hold it there. Then lift back up. As you do, come all the way up into high lunge and then pivot out into warrior two. Good. Again, lift that front heel away from the floor. And then again, do those reverse warriors. 3 of them. 1. Back to center. 2. Back to center. 3. Back to center. Good, bend that left elbow and bring it down onto the top of your left knee. And then lower the heel down. Good, reach the other arm over. Stretch nice and long before dropping that other hand down to the floor. Now you're welcome to stay here, or if you're feeling it, take a bind. See if you can shift that right shoulder back and look towards the ceiling. Deep bend into that left knee. Breathe. Good, unravel and bring yourself back to center. Take a long breath in and a steady breath out. Good, when you're ready, pivot your hands down towards the floor. Unplug your back foot and then step yourself all the way back and up into a 3-leg dog. Hold it steady. Good, pull forwards into a 3-leg plank and then lower yourself down through chaturanga and back through cobra. Open your chest. Breathe. Good. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Good, long breath in. Steady breath out. Good, when you're ready, lift your left leg back up towards the ceiling. Now staying in downward facing dog, curl that left knee underneath you. This time we're going to cross that left foot over the top of the right leg. Good, now start to walk your hands back towards you. Until you get yourself into this position where the leg is hooked on the top of your right knee. Good, bring your hands into a prayer. And find yourself in a low 1-leg balance, where you're using your left leg to hold your elbows. And breathe. Good, when you're ready, start to extend. So lifting yourself back up into a tall stance. Good, drop your right hand down and see if you can take hold of your left foot. Then reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. So you're actually taking it into a little side bend, like that. Good, back to center. Bring your hands back into a prayer and then begin to lower. Ooh, lower, lost my balance. Lower yourself back down towards the floor. Okay, so we're at the back of the mat, hands on the floor, walk your hands forwards. So you go back into your downward facing dog. Unhook your left leg and then bring it down to meet the right. Good, wiggle your bum from side to side. Long breath in. And then let it go. Good, let's lift the right leg up. Good, curl it underneath, but keep yourself in downward facing dog. Swap over that leg. And start to walk your hands back like you did before. Staying low. And when you're ready, bringing your hands into, my balance is all over the place today. Hope you are doing better. Bringing your hand into that lower one leg balance. Breathe. Good, then start to extend. Reaching your body nice and tall. Dropping your left hand down. Take hold of your right foot. Other arm up. And then see if you can just take a little bend to the left. Good, back to center. Hands come back into a prayer. And then take yourself down towards the floor again. Hands reach the floor. Good, pad those hands forwards again. Into downward facing dog. Unravel your right leg, stretch it out, and then bring it back to the left. Good, shake your bum from side to side. Draw your body forwards into a plank. Lower yourself as slowly as you can through your chaturanga and up into your up dog. Good, once in your up dog, maybe just swing your hips from side to side and then flip over and take yourself back into downward facing dog. On the home straight here. Stay with it. When you're ready, lift the left leg up. Good, bend the knee. Open the hips to the side. And then round that leg. And see if you can plant the foot to the outside of your left hand. Let's drop the right knee down. And then see if you can try and shift it back a little bit. Okay, just as much as you can. Hands supporting you. Good, let's begin by lifting our back knee and gently rocking forwards and backwards. Option here to come down onto your forearms if you prefer. Good. A few more. Good, then when you're ready, drop the back knee down and come back to your hands if you're not there already. Good, now we're going to start to straighten our front leg and then press forwards. Straighten, press forwards. Straighten, forwards. Straighten, forwards. Last one. Good, then shimmy your left foot back in towards the center of the mat. Lift your back knee, slide yourself back and up, three-leg dog, and then drop that foot down by the right. Let's do that same thing on the right-hand side. So when you're ready, right leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hips. Good, now round that leg and step that foot to the right-hand side of your right hand. Pop your left knee down and just see if you can shift it back as much as you can. Good. When you're ready, lift that back knee, move yourself forwards and backwards, and again, optional to take yourself down to your forearms. As you just gently push forwards and backwards. Good, last one. Before bringing yourself back up onto your hands, dropping your back knee down, and then again doing those leg straighteners and rebends. Good, then when you're ready, shuffle your right foot back into the center. Lift your back knee and take your right leg back and up and then down towards the floor. Good, pull and ripple forwards into a plank. Hold it there. Squeeze your abs, look forwards, breathe. Good, lower yourself slowly to the floor. And then just take a nice easy cobra. Breathe. Good, lift your hips and give yourself that permission to sink back into a child's pose. Perhaps taking it in turns to take a little twist by sliding each arm under the other. If you feel like your shoulders could do with it. Good, then pull yourself back up onto all fours. Take your knees nice and wide. And then begin to lower your hips down towards the floor. Into frog. Bringing your arms underneath your head. So you should be feeling a nice intense stretch in your legs here as you've taken them wide. If you can't, maybe bring your knees a little higher up the mat. And breathe. Good. When you're ready, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift yourself back up. Keep your knees nice and wide and take yourself into a wide-legged child's pose. Good. Then roll yourself up so that you're sitting on your knees. Good, and just gently open your chest and round your shoulder. Open your chest, round the shoulder, open the chest. Good. And then when you're ready, shift yourself over onto your bum. Swivel your legs around. Good, we're going to keep our left knee close up towards our chest here. We're going to bring our arms so they're on the inside of that leg. Good. Now inhale and lift your chest. Press it forwards. And then walk your hands up the back of your legs. If you're able to take hold of your foot, go for it. If you're not, then take hold of the underside of your leg. Now with this leg bent, you may find that you feel just a little bit more pressure on the inside of your left hip. Good. And then when you're ready, roll yourself back up. Good, straighten out your left leg and bring your right knee in towards your chest. Again, arms on the inside. Inhale to lift your chest up. Exhale to press it forwards. And then again, walk your hands up your legs, being mindful not to go too far. So your shoulders shouldn't be up here by your ears. You should be easily able to get your shoulders down. And breathe. Good, and then roll yourself back up. Good, and bring your other foot forwards. We'll just do another simple forward fold. So lift your arms towards the ceiling, press your chest forward, and then let your hands come down for a nice, easy forward fold. Good, roll yourself back up to your seated position. Hands come either side of you. Point your toes forwards like a ballerina and lift your hips up towards the ceiling into upward facing plank. Good, and then lower your hips back down towards the floor. Good, take your hands parallel with the floor. Keep your legs nice and strong here. And then slowly roll yourself back. Good, and once you get all the way down to the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side. Good, just drop your feet down behind your bum and gently rock your knees from side to side. Good, and then when you're ready, slowly draw your legs forwards and down onto the floor. Good, now take a nice deep breath in. Let your belly swell and then let it go. As you do, let your body relax through the entirety of it. Letting every part of your body that touches the mat sink a little bit deeper. Let your jaw loosen. And the space between your eyebrows. Let your tongue broaden. Let your eyeballs feel like they're sinking back towards the floor. ready, start to wiggle your fingers and toes and nose. Start to take a deeper breath in through your nose. And then let it go. Your knees in towards your chest. And then roll yourself over to either the right or the left-hand side. Pressing yourself up to a seated position you took at the beginning of the class. And then let's take a nice deep breath in together. And release. To all of you who have joined today, most importantly to yourself, bringing yourself here today, you can bow and say, Namaste.